Hey, hello, everybody. Welcome to another blockchaingaming.com newscast. I'm Alex, and I'm here with...
Andrew Wagner. Hey, guys.
How's it going?
Yeah, there's so much crazy news. People posted some just this morning. We're going to go. These things are getting longer and longer in terms of stuff we have to talk about each time we do this. Guess we'll talk about the meetups first. Anyone who came was in Vancouver. We had a lot of fun at the Horde Exchange meetup. We talked about and played Plasma Dog. You can see that broadcast on our channel. In terms of future meetups, we haven't figured out our February meetup, right? One thing I think we might do is have these guys I've been talking to on Twitter come visit. I keep finding new people in blockchain gaming in Vancouver.
Yeah, it's interesting. We haven't had a online guest yet. We've managed to keep our in-person streak, which is pretty impressive considering it's so niche, right? So we're up to 5 meetups in a row, I think.
Tap Project, yeah.
We've had an in-person guest.
Yeah, these guys from Tap Project are in Vancouver too. They're interested in, I don't know if you've heard of Tap Coin. Looks like adding cryptocurrency to existing games, from what I could tell. But yeah, we're having, on the next meetup in March after February, we're having Dan from HashKings. If you guys haven't tried his game yet, he's doing constant giveaways. Basically, HashKings concept is weed growing empire. So you're going to want to have land in each area, by which I mean Afghan Kush comes from Afghanistan, Hindu Kush from India. So people who've purchased land in the right places can control certain strains in the game.
Okay, I don't think I've played that one yet.
Well, you can't. The game's not operational, but if you go on his, I think I put the link here. If you go on their Discord channel, they have a Discord channel, which is, it's kind of interesting. These guys are heavy stoners. There's blockchain gaming / smoking pot, and they have a radio channel. I actually joined it momentarily, where we talked about blockchain games and weed, and they were all toking on the radio. But yeah, it's fun. If you join their Discord, they keep giving these land away, and they're also partnered with Steem Monsters. I haven't tried that game yet. Have you tried that game?
No, I didn't do it. I don't have any Steem running around, and that's another platform to learn. So some of the problems I have with trying a new blockchain game are literally okay, what platform is it on? Do I know what I'm doing? And then it's okay, if I don't, it's just this, do I have time to learn another platform right now? And it's okay, Steam it, it's cool. I think I actually do have some Steam it, and I got an account, so I can post, but never have, and that was a while ago, so I don't even know if I'd have to recover it. And I remember getting a Steam account, took a week back, but I did it during the bull run, so I'm not sure how it would be now. But yeah, so I haven't played any Steam games yet.
Yeah, me neither. Back then they weren't even about games. It was just their social media product. But
yeah, the publishing platform, and it was a good idea. A lot of people hate on Larimer, but he's built stuff, and then he's built more stuff. So at least he's doing something, even though it's not always the best.
Yeah, but anyway, if you join the channel, Can Curate on Discord, where the HashKings are giving away land, he's also been giving out free codes for free items in monsters and Steam monsters. I had some codes actually. I just also did not play the game yet, so I haven't tried using them.
Well, there's so much. It's even though it's a niche market, there's so much coming out all the time, and it's just oh, did you hear this game finally released, or this game finally had an update, or then it's so easy to miss stuff. Oh, but yeah. I got to do one funny piece of thing that's not on the news agenda. Is Ethercraft dev showed up and said it's still in production on about the 1-year anniversary of when they started their item sale. The devs come back maybe once every 4 months, and there's complete silence other than that. So the Discord's just kind of become a troll fest where we where we talk about how the game's never coming out. So every time there's an update, I think it's important to say, like, man, maybe these guys are one day going to release a great game. You never know.
Yeah, you mean it could just be an initial JPEG offering?
Yeah, exactly. It was like it was. They did like a 6 series of JPEG offerings, and each JPEG was an individual Ponzi with its similar items. It was a great release system, and then they didn't exactly disappear, but they disappeared for like 3 to 4 months at a time. With like we'll see them online in Discord. So I just think it's hilarious. They're still mostly anonymous.
Yeah, Discord's really fast becoming the place that blockchain gamers are hanging out in a lot of their communities. Like OpenSea has a Discord, for example. Curate and HashKings have Discord, which I guess makes sense because Discord was intended for gamers, right?
Yeah,
And,
a good trick I use is just join every spam link you get, and then just move it to the bottom of your list. No, because that's how you find all the new stuff. Because basically everywhere it's so hard to find, like, okay, a new game comes out, they've got 30 people in their Discord, like, how do you find that game? So they always do invite contests, and the more channels you're in, the more chance you get spammed with a link you might like. So just join any gaming channel that you see and keep it muted, and just move the channel to the bottom of your list if you don't use it, and that way you'll it's a good game discovery method, because every new game does like an invite contest, and those are just people go through Discord and spam.
Yeah, well, we've been collecting news topics from our social media channels, the Facebook group and the forum. So if you're out there launching blockchain gaming projects, come post yours. Our forum's really grown a lot. We've been getting thousands of views on some of our threads.
Oh, nice. I kind of I slacked off with my forum participation. I apologize.
Oh, that's okay. Now, people are really posting more and more, I guess, because they can see the views. So it's a great place to show off your project and have an announcement of the sort people used to have on Bitcoin Talk for all kinds of projects.
Yeah, I'll show the site right now. Actually, we did there was a huge amount of updates to the look of the site. So if you can see here.
Hell yeah. It's beautiful.
Oh, there we go. Present to everyone. Yeah, so we got the forum is what you were talking about. So you make sure you click up there and register. But yeah, we got a whole actual site coming along. Whereas before it was just the forum. You can see all our past broadcasts, learn a little bit about each thing.
Yeah, help people understand the use cases of blockchain gaming.
Yeah, most of the people don't even know blockchain yet, right? They're just like, what's that? And we're like, no, we're already playing games with it.
Yeah, if you'll scroll up to the ones that were planned, like market and news, those are interesting. Those aren't working yet. But OpenSea and Auctionity both have they have widgets and SDKs and stuff and an API allowing you to put their storefronts on your own web pages. And they give you the fee structure, and if you do that, it's a referral kind of thing. So if anyone can do this, actually, if you go to OpenSea, you can build your own store and add your own game items that you have if you want to sell them. And you can embed that in any page pretty easily. So we'll start showing off auctions and cool items for sale on those market and auction pages, which should be really interesting because they're really starting to heat up. I mean, CryptoKitties have been selling for a lot of money for a while, like way too much. So that kind of slumped off, but it seems like there's so many, especially on Enjin, man, we're gonna have so many Enjin games and assets to talk about. Yeah, it's really proliferating, all the blockchain gaming assets, and people are going to be trading lots of them in the future, I think.
Yeah, it's interesting to see the platform fight still going on. Like, everyone's like got a slightly different approach, right? So yeah, we had Enjin as a guest, but they're also local in Vancouver, and known them for a while. They've been part of our community, or at least the CEO is part of our community. And yeah, they seem to be doing good things, but like there's at least 4 or 5 platforms that are like all slightly different. But Enjin seems to be the one that's really attracting a lot of attention, because they're not just a blockchain game company originally. Like, they've been around like before Bitcoin, I believe. And
yeah, if we want to go to the console section for a minute, I guess, or not the console section, but in our sense, the platform wars, what it's like the console wars were.
Yeah.
Tron is there too. Tron's got some surprising amount of third-party support. but I guess because of their $100 million dev fund.
Yeah, they threw money and they did a prize pool. There was a little bit of drama. People are like, "Oh, the prizes went to like people that shouldn't have got them." They like slashed the total prize at the end, and then a lot of this stuff, like, because remember, Tron runs an Ethereum virtual machine, so like any Solidity contract can like get transferred over. And there was like this one idle game, like a Goo game, where you
I put that on the list if you want to.
Yeah, the Goo game. It's like that's just a Ethereum clone ripoff of like a failed but interesting concept. Yeah, TronGoo. It's just like EtherGoo, and it was like that game no one plays anymore. But I guess the difference being like transaction costs and delegated proof of stake. Like you can do more stuff with it because your users don't have to pay so much. Because like the more complex thing you do on Ethereum, like users got to pay the gas for your sloppy code writing.
Well, that's what I like about the counterparty games I play. Still free to play, and you can win assets. Ether gaming tends, and that's a good analogy. Ether gaming is kind of like PC gaming. I mean, if you just put a game on Ethereum without a platform in between, that's kind of analogous to PC gaming and avoiding the console wars, just being kind of neutral.
Oh yeah, because there's like 7 different ways you can go, or more than that, if you decide to not go top layer. But
similar to PC gaming in the established video game world, it's more expensive. PC gamers have more money. That's how it is. Has always been.
Ethereum gamers waste more ether.
Yeah, that's how it will always be.
It will, yeah. Well, we'll see. Maybe one day sharding will save us.
There's 2 other games added to Tron besides TronGoo. There was one called Eggies World, which looked another collectible thing. We see lots of those coming out all the time. It looks okay. Yeah, I'm still looking at the list. It's all going. They call it Tron Arcade. So all of these are in the Tron Arcade. The Lordless one looks interesting because that was an established blockchain game that had its own community, I guess. And here's an analogy here. So Lordless already existed, but now it's going to also exist on Tron. That's kind of like when you take a game from one console and port it to another console. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I see what you mean. Okay, so I'm going to pull up these couple games right now. Oh. So this is Eggies World right here. And it seems like they're going with the one of the things CryptoKitties did is like they have a fixed amount. So there's 100K with 91,000 left. So like probably for the first year they will they'll just go up for sale every X minutes. And it seems like a fixed price of 2,000.
It's not revolutionary, but
yeah. See, CryptoKitties had the decreasing price auction. So these guys are just selling you a mystery JPEG for 2K, and I'm assuming it's the same as CryptoKitties, where you can breed them. You can make next generations of them. Oh, and you get 2K Tron power. I don't
know what that means.
Yeah, it's like to use the network. It's like in delegated proof of stake, you like put up some of your tokens. I guess this is 2 power, so you will like just. I don't really get the system. I don't want to get it wrong, but I believe like they're using this as an incentive for saying like, okay, your monster can eat every Tron-based token on the market. Each token will have a positive or negative effect on your current monster's stats. Okay,
it's kind of interesting, actually.
That's not the Tron power thing. I still got to learn more. I have some Tron. I bought a little while ago.
What's interesting to me about that is it's another instance of a game where an Augmenters is doing this as well, where they've tokenized not the item, but the character. And that means it can't be static. The token has to be able to change over time, gain levels, improve power.
Yeah. This has got some Ponzi elements too, it looks like. Equity token holders receive quarterly rewards of Eggies earnings. So these guys have like a back-end token that if you hold, you get divs, which is generally what everyone wants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Lordless one, that was seemed kind of interesting to me.
Lordless, this one right here?
Yeah.
So this was already a game on what platform?
I forget now. Let me check. I think Ethereum.
Yeah, Ethereum. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, I got to port. See, because it also uses the same virtual machine, so it's just like Solidity works. So if you write a game,
port.
It's like, oh yeah, it's super easy to port. It's super easy, and it's not really fair to compare transactions just because the games work differently. But I think the problem with a lot of the Ethereum games is the people building them like just don't quite get what their goals should be. So they're like they just hear about this or that, and in some cases, other blockchains might be better or are better for different functions. And Ethereum is just like I don't know, it's different if you're on top layer.
Yeah, it looks like the Lordless guys are based in China, so it's kind of like This would be cool because in this game we could establish our hack space, Decontrol, as one of the pubs as a center in the game. There's like it's overlaid.
Oh, I think you sent me this the other day, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it's overlaid like Ingress over the real world.
Okay, so AR style.
Yeah.
Yeah, and again, it looks like divs.
There you go, man. The Tron arcade is growing.
The Tron arcade is growing. Well, they did raise a lot of money and throw it at people. Yeah, the Team Just, the guys who make FOMO, my favorite dev team, said they were releasing a Tron game, so I bought a little bit of Tron, and then they made no one. They were like Tron game next week, guys, and then they didn't say anything, so they tricked the entire chat into buying Tron right at the bottom.
Yeah.
So yeah, poor me, right? But I'm just like, I want to play this new game. I'm not trying to hodl Tron. I'm not trying to hodl anything, I don't just want to try this thing out. So I got silly story.
I'll check out Enjin Coin though. I'd say if there's a platform war going on, Enjin Coin is winning. For the same reason that PS2 won during its generation. All the games were on PS2. It had all the third-party support. Look at how many games on our list. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 new Enjin Coin games.
And that the new Block Explorer is a big deal. He was talking about that when we had him as a guest at the live meetup. Was the new Block Explorer, and because it's tricky to get that right on Ethereum.
Yeah, actually, a lot of these editions, they're not all games. Like the Block Explorer and the VREX Lab is more of a marketplace, but it really shows their ecosystem is really growing. And Enjin Coin really appears to have a lot of supporters on social media. Like their fans will often share Enjin's links on our Facebook group. I guess they have a really strong, following.
Yeah, I'm gonna look up. I'm gonna use their. Oh, I forgot. I gotta find a good Ethereum address. Give me a second. E377. This is I'm gonna look up. You're gonna use the Enjin Block Explorer for a second and see what it looks like. Because, well, give me 1 second. I'm gonna do that again. Let's screen share this, and we'll check out Enjin's Block Explorer because everything's pretty much done on Etherscan right now. You need a combo of Etherscan and combo of Etherscan and Ether gas station. Yeah. Yeah, they need. There's no code verification right now, so you can't read the code here. And they got the ever scrolling list. It looks like that's good. Yeah, I'll have to play around with this because I was looking for a new Block Explorer because I'm not really happy with Etherscan. But this one's still missing some features. But yeah, it's good to see new ones coming up. It's good to see how it handles. It'll be interesting to see how it handles all the token stuff because it gets kind of messy when you own different tokens that are distributed from different contracts and different sorting mechanisms. It's just hard to get right. There's a lot of stuff, but it's really hard to get right.
Yeah, there's so many different types of tokens on various blockchain platforms doing blockchain gaming. It's hard to have one wallet that can handle all of them. Currently, there is no one wallet that can handle all of them. That doesn't.
Yeah, and even that, it's like handled them nicely, like how it sorts them, like the UI, all of the UIs need work.
Yeah.
All right, let's see what else is on Enjin here. Alterverse. Which one?
Yeah. So it's two Enjin Coin projects are doing giveaways or pre-sales. CryptoFights, another one that seems to have a lot of followers, and their thread on our forum has thousands of views.
Yeah, they've been around a while. These were the ones I gave IJO of the month to, and I thought that's
CryptoFights.
Yeah, I think it was them.
Yeah, well,
But you know what? Everyone starts like that. Like, it's not necessarily a slight. It's just like, it's just fun. It's like we all know, like, shit happens. You might not get your thing might not ever be good, but it's good to see they've been getting support, and they're very active on social media too.
Well, yeah, everyone's active during their pre-sale. That's how it works.
Oh, that's a good point. But this pre-sale is like going on a little long. But I know, I know Enjin supports their teams too. So yeah,
they seem very supportive in a variety of ways. Like, they're making it easy to port to Enjin, which is crucial for gaining third-party support. That was an advantage. PS2 made it easy to do, and they're giving you money to do it. They have actual, like, not as much as Tron, but enough funding to help you if you join them.
Yeah, Tron has a gross amount of money. They bought BitTorrent.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, for like 100 and some million or some gross amount of money. I don't know.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and they're tokenizing BitTorrent now and going to launch it on top of Tron somehow.
But yeah, the other one, Alterverse, and the other Enjin Coin thing, that looked like Alterverse appeared to be, I'm trying to recall, like a group of existing games, like traditional non-blockchain games that they're porting on to Enjin as their first attempt at blockchainizing their projects. And I think they have like a lot of games in the Alterverse, if that's what you call them, games in the Alterverse.
Oh, okay.
But
yeah, I watched this trailer the other day, actually. Got it playing with no sound. Yeah, it definitely looks like a couple of different games, or like they need to upgrade the graphics a bit. Yeah, we'll see. So like games like this that use like reward and ownership, you still like the company still is in control of everything, but like once they like give it to you, so like the problem with this is like people that hack, and like now there's a like monetary reward for like hacking and beating people. You'll get more tokens than them. So it's like hackers have always been a problem in games, right? People just do it for fun. Well, imagine when you like offer them money for hacking, right? Like direct result. Like, hey, you kill all these people, you know, like the 20 kill streak gets you like an item or something. They're going to go for that 20 kill streak every time and then flood the market or whatnot. Like there's so many extra considerations that need to be taken when you deal with blockchain and money.
Yeah, well, that's, you know, Hunter Coin early on was a good example of that.
Exactly.
When you could win coins to play, someone played too well. He was incentivized, got bots, he tried to cheat, like you said.
There was a bounty, you know? There's a bounty on hacking in these games as opposed to like just for fun, and you eventually lose interest.
Yeah, well, it's, you know, that's an emerging issue. There's a lot of things we have to learn to deal with in blockchain gaming. In my opinion, artificial intelligence is one of the keys. Just for being able to add NPCs to decentralized games, but also our ability to detect AI so people aren't creating bots to join the game and win all the prizes on their behalf.
Yeah, I feel like you have to find this balance where like thought matters and like and there has to be enough options of what you can do, and like thought, like in your moves have to be like have significant impact, and like you can't stop the bots from playing, like you can't stop it. So like your game just has to be designed in a way that like level playing field. There has to be like some level of luck, right? And then like some level of skill.
Or proof of player.
Proof of player. How does that work?
I have no idea. That's
Solve a CAPTCHA every 14 seconds.
I'm sure there's a way. I just can't think of it right now.
Yeah, you could stake money on it. You could just force players to put money up to play. Like, not even like your anti-cheat money. So, like, if you get caught cheating, you get slashed.
Yeah, I mean, basically anything a human does.
Invite reputation systems, or like if someone you invited gets caught cheating, you get wrecked too. So you're incentivized not to invite bad players. And if you do get a bunch of bad actors in, it's easy to trace back like how they got in if it's invite only.
Basically, we need a Turing test. For those not familiar, do you know the Turing test?
Yeah, you're walking through a desert. You see a turtle. It's lying on its back. It needs water. It's dying. Why don't you help it?
That's a Turing test?
Why aren't you helping the turtle?
Oh, is this from Blade Runner?
Yeah, that's what he does to him.
Yeah, it's
just
Turing
a
test.
I'm pretty sure that's what that was supposed to be, right?
Yeah, basically, where he was trying to gauge her emotional reactions, but she was my point is she was pretty good. She almost passed.
No, that was the beginning dude. That was the start of the movie. The dude who got that test done on him immediately like killed the guy giving the test.
Yeah, right. But later, when he interviewed
he realized she didn't even know. Blade Runner is classic. If anyone hasn't seen it.
But how would one construct a decentralized, autonomous Turing test to check for proof of player?
We got to solve identity first. Everyone's working on that. Like when everyone solves identity.
One way of handling the problem. It's a lot of blockchains. Ethereum can do it too. KYC can be built into them. Their reason was not preventing bots in video games, but it could be.
Yeah, I don't want to have to KYC to play a game.
Exactly.
I don't want to have to KYC at all. Just get your information taken later. Like somebody, when you KYC with a crypto company, you're literally like not only giving them your information, you're giving everyone who buys their company after them your information and everyone who hacks them your information. Which is like, like there's other ways to deal with crypto. Just go to an ATM and use Binance or something that doesn't require.
Yeah. And there are a couple other platforms that I've seen posted on our group and chat room and stuff that aren't exactly collecting like games to exist on their platform or doing prizes and stuff like that. Like the Stasis one. Stasis, I think that was for games like Dota and Fortnite or whatever, and it sets it in a way where winners get the Stasis coins. That's my recollection.
Oh, okay, like let you bet on existing games.
Yes, and the other one, OWO, I may be saying that wrong. OWO, formerly Gamerholic Coin. That guy's been around for a while. He did the Grab It game. He's also doing similar. You can do heads-up matches, and you're betting coins on them. So there's a lot of people doing these types of things.
So what else is on the Enjin Coin list? Let me share this. What's the robot building one?
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that. I mean, is that really a game?
It's another platform.
It allows it's on Enjin Coin. It allows you to build a robot, and then it's like, you're designated as the author/designer on chain. So
it's not like a playable game. It's just using the Enjin platform.
That's how it appears. Yes.
Oh, that's cool. See, already non-gaming things are being added to it. Tokenize your robot, and then you have IP rights.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, you get your IP rights, but on the blockchain. Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
And what's VREX Lab?
VREX Lab. That's the marketplace I mentioned. That it's kind of odd that they would have an AR-centric marketplace. I mean, what is the functional difference between a blockchain asset that's for an AR game and one that's not? They're both tokens, right?
There would be no functional difference. What you use the token for is up to you.
I'm guessing that the guys producing that plan to make a lot of blockchain AR games. And that's why the marketplace would be for themselves in that regard. which is typical. A lot of the blockchain game developers have been trying to make their own platforms and encourage others to use their platforms. Like Spells of Genesis made Book of Orbs, for example.
Yeah, it's interesting. These guys use Kickstarter too, as opposed to a token sale.
And also those blockchain and games guys. I'm skipping down the list a bit, but we were talking about platforms. They're apparently they're another one that's making a new blockchain gaming platform. I think they called it, let me go check again. Called it Halo or something, Halo Coins. But
all the good names are taken. What do you do?
Yeah. But basically, this is another example. If you go to blockandchain.games, they're making their own blockchain games, and at the same time, encouraging others to use the back-end infrastructure they developed for their games. I guess a good analogy of that would be the Unreal Engine. You know, where one game's back-end was good, and they started selling the rights to it to others so they wouldn't have to do as much development work. That's what a lot of these blockchain developers are trying to do.
And I believe they eventually just opened it right up.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think the Unreal Engine is full free to use. Yeah.
Nice. But yeah, you can see
really
that emerging here already. Yeah, it is called the Halo platform. That's what it says. I mean, I don't like that because Halo is a game already. That's confusing.
That's what I said. All the good names are taken, so you just gotta you're like, no one plays Halo anymore.
But it looks pretty cool. They partnered with 55 Play and some others. Yeah, geez, there's so many games I have to start playing soon.
Yeah, Reality Clash, another AR game, is on here. And MyCryptoHeroes, have you had a chance to try that yet?
No, I haven't tried MyCryptoHeroes yet. I keep hearing about it constantly. Like, whenever anyone shares a link, they have a lot of fans as well that have been sharing MyCryptoHeroes and trying to spread their community. I believe that was the one that they're also doing. A fully decentralized game is what they're trying to do here.
Oh, okay. That's tough.
And yeah, they started in Japan, I believe, and trying to expand their reach.
Yeah, I haven't tried this one either. I don't think I've tried a new game in like a little while. This is with the winter holidays and stuff.
Yeah, one new one I need to look at is Chibi Fighters.
It's not that new, actually. It's been around a long time. Like that was an ETH game from like first half of last year. That my one problem with it is I believe one of the things they do is they let you battle a whole bunch of times, and then you just commit your final results to the blockchain to gain your experience, because you can't, your chibis gain experience. And the problem with that is it costs a lot of gas, but if you just let people fight themselves over and over again and then later modify the tokens with gas, then you're it's really easy to cheat. The highest level players are just probably have 2 accounts and fight themselves. But I can't, don't quote me on that.
Yeah, well, that's an issue in existing games as well. I've played games where people will have, especially browser games, lots of browser games out there. I mean, I used to play those when I was younger, when I was bored in school or whatever.
Yeah.
But you could do that. You create 2 accounts and gain experience off each other.
Yeah, and then the way blockchain kind of solves that, at least in Ethereum's case, is you have to commit money to do moves. So you have an incentive to win because it costs you the same amount to play if you win or lose. But if you win, your rewards are 4 times better. So you are incentivized to win every game. Whereas if you only have to commit your experience once, no matter how many games you win or lose, it doesn't matter. You can just play a whole bunch, and then when you need to, you just do it. And it just kind of takes one element out of the game. It takes, I don't know. I know some games went like that. I believe it was Chibi Fighters, but I know they've done a lot of good stuff. They've kept their numbers up throughout a lot of time, but any game just eats gas on Ethereum if it's not done right. It's really tough.
Yeah. I've just still been playing my old counterparty games. I think I told you already. I have a rival in Augmenters.
Oh yeah, you did. That's awesome.
Skywalker. Walker, if you're out there on the Augmenters leaderboard, I'm coming for you. I will find you. And I will defeat you. But yeah. Spells of Genesis, I had an interesting experience recently. Let me show you something.
Yeah, hidden links.
For those who weren't following earlier, the Everdreamsoft guys were going to launch a game called, I can't pronounce that because they're French, A-Table something. It's the A with the accent mark on it. Anyway, they were launching this game, and their pre-sale or sale didn't do well. I guess a lot of sales aren't doing well, or weren't at the time due to the bear market. So they scrapped it. The game isn't coming out as planned. But here's the funny thing about that. Before the game came out, they established a level. They often will... So there are several battlegrounds in Spells of Genesis, like different levels to go through and play in and beat. And when they promote something, like this new game coming out, they made a level for it that you could play, such that you could win... And right, all the cards in Spells of Genesis, if you recall, are counterparty tokens. Yep. So you can play and win them. And in the game for a table, that's just so weird to say. But anyway, they wanted you to win a token. I could show it to you. That's for that game, and I got it. And it's called the Gummy Yummy. I don't know if you guys can see that.
Oh, yeah, it's all there.
Yeah, the Gummy Yummy creature is one that if you beat this level enough times, you can win it, blockchainize it, and now I have it in my counterparty wallet, but the game might not be coming out. You see my point? You see my issue here? I've gone ahead, and I think here's what my fear would be: what if they scrap A-Table, and then I still have the item? Will it become worthless? It's usable in Spells of Genesis as well. So if A-Table never comes out, I can still play with this A-Table item in Spells of Genesis game, but never in the game that it was originally supposed to advertise, if that doesn't... So, see what I mean?
Welcome to the world of Ethereum gaming.
Yeah, it's all about continued support, is my point, and your point, right?
Yeah.
Developers, even when you have it as a token, that doesn't mean that they have to program the token to be recognized, or program their game to recognize the token, rather. They could choose not to at any time. Or
they just don't make the game, or it just doesn't work out, and it's not even always their fault. Like, that's the thing, like, a lot of people hate on these guys that, like, don't deliver, and it's like, it's not easy. Like, their idea was maybe good, and then, like, the industry takes a change, like, the bear market continues, like, they believed too much in in holding their ether or their Bitcoin or whatever they raised, and it's just like, it just sucks. They got wrecked, and it doesn't mean that they had bad intentions. But, it just sucks to get stuck with a lot of expensive tokens.
Yeah. Oh well. On other news, forgot to mention, there's a conference coming up. There's all these blockchain gaming conferences.
I looked at that. It looked like a
Europe.
PC conference, though.
Yeah, I think it's a thing where it was an existing conference and they added some blockchain gaming branding to it and maybe set up a section of the conference dedicated to that. I think it's something like that.
Yeah, it's PC Connects London.
/ Blockchain Gamer Connects. So...
Oh, I see. Blockchain Gamer Connects.
Yeah, so we will not be making it because it's in London and we can't keep flying all the time. But looks pretty fun, actually.
Okay, here, let me pull it up. That's awesome. Blockchain Gaming Connects. Oh, it's the same logo, just with blockchain. That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, the page I was just looking at was all the same, except it didn't say Blockchain Gamer on it. It just had this PC Connects. Well, that's cool.
Yeah, some of the people, probably a lot of the people I met in France for the Blockchain Game Summit will probably be here in London, or there in London, rather. So we got to have our own conference eventually.
Yeah, we got to do one in. Well, we both got you more than me, but we both got pretty good conference running experience. So we should be able to pull something off in Vancouver. Would be best, obviously.
Well, we might have a bit of a test run soon. Now I'm going to skip ahead to something real quick. Just to mention Volition. It's a blockchain card game called Volition. You can see that on the list after.
I'll bring it up.
Before MyCryptoHeroes.
Yeah.
There's Steem Volition, and similar to Dan's Pog's idea, they're trying to make physical game assets. So these blockchain game cards will probably have QR codes and other means of tying the blockchain to the physical asset. The reason why I suddenly wanted to skip ahead to here is because these guys are in Seattle, so they're probably going to come visit us at some point.
Oh, awesome.
Maybe for CoinFest, possibly. Haven't confirmed.
They got a fun artist, that's for sure.
If they come for CoinFest, then we could integrate and do like a neat blockchain gaming event at Decontrol.
Oh, nice. Yeah, we should try to get a few people. Yeah, you still didn't tell me the dates.
I told Chelsea.
Yeah, I know, but I asked you too.
Oh, it's April. You don't have to fly here, but okay. It's April 1 to 7, yeah.
1 to 7, okay.
Yeah, so the blockchain wedding's on April 6th.
On April 6th, yeah. So for those of you that don't know, Andrew is getting married on the blockchain, and I have recently become ordained, and I shall officiate.
He's the Doge Preacher on Twitter.
Doge
Preacher.
Gotta live up to my name.
And now that he's an ordained minister, the government has to respect his blessings upon our weddings. They count now. So take that.
Have you decided what blockchain you're getting married on?
No, not yet.
Bitcoin.
It would be easy to use BitNation. Require very little work.
BitNation?
BitNation, if you've heard of them.
Yeah, but I have heard of them. That's why I double-checked that that's what you said.
Well, they have an existing thing that would require no work to use. Otherwise, we'll have to get creative.
I want to give you my proposal. So you each sign it's a shared wallet. So you have to put in the same amount each. And then you have to, then you basically commit that transaction. Then you have to pre-sign. You both pre-sign a transaction that empties the wallet into a wallet the other person controls. So if you wanted to, basically it gives you the ability to divorce. So like at any time you can divorce by giving the other person all the money.
Well, I've seen a lot of discussion about how the different ways to blockchainize a wedding since I've been thinking about this, but I don't want to go into it too much on our blockchain gaming podcast.
Yeah, I guess so.
But just to say that we might do something during CoinFest for.
Well, my way was pretty gamified, if you'll give me that much.
Yeah. Okay. True that.
Word. Okay. So yeah, so let me share this one again. This was the Voltron one.
Volition.
Volition. I said Voltron. It's spelled really weird, for the record.
Yeah. Oh, these guys appear to be I think they may already have some actual physical game stores they're talking to, right? Because they need a physical game store. They're selling booster packs, I guess, with blockchain.
And then you just you scan them and you tokenize them, kind of thing.
Picture it, bro. Right in between the Magic cards and the Pokemon cards and the Yu-Gi-Oh cards, you'll see Volition cards, booster packs.
Dank.
That's the future.
They got a white paper.
Of course they do. Everyone does.
Everyone has a white paper. It's like a rule.
Yeah. But yeah, it's nice that they're nearby in Seattle. We keep looking out. I mean, I think we're still going to have a lot of in-person guests for the next couple months. Yeah,
it's a tough thing to pull off, considering it's so niche. But yeah, a few months in, maybe we can go a full year. That'd be a good goal. A full year of live in-person blockchain gaming guests.
Yep, that would be nice.
Halfway. So have you thought of next? If we do a one on February, and you're okay with moving it to the 6th because I will be out of town.
Not sure yet.
It's a Wednesday. If you look into it anyway.
We'll figure that out later.
There may be a delay on the date of the next event.
Yeah. You know, and I guess we pretty much covered most of the news, except the
Yeah.
Fortnite thing. But the Fortnite thing wasn't a thing, right? You
Oh
said.
yeah, yeah. It was, but it is kind of because so Fortnite accidentally somehow enabled Monero purchases and no other crypto.
How do
So
you
like
do that?
exactly. So if you think about how they do that, they had to literally have everything set up for like everything. They didn't just say like we're going to only accept Monero. They like set their system up to accept crypto, and someone accidentally, or probably not, some nerd, some crypto nerd who wanted to like pump the market, it's probably like I'm going to activate the fucking Monero button and someone's going to notice. So that's probably more likely, but the fact is they have the buttons baked in now. Like that's what has to be looked at there. They have the buttons baked in to accept not just Bitcoin, but like up down to Monero, which is like, you know, which probably isn't choice number 2, or it should be choice number 2 maybe, but it's not. So like, you know, at least it shows that like the biggest players are working with it.
That's true. Because I mean, for it to pop up, there had to be a button existing that wasn't activated somewhere, right?
Yeah, and people used it apparently, like it worked.
Really?
Yeah, like the button worked apparently.
That's pretty cool.
I don't have a source on hand for that, so.
Monero kids.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
Hell yeah, I would have tried if I'd noticed in time. Okay, so I think we got one more big one though. Is that
last but not least? Today. Yeah, this is crazy, man. Someone posted this to our Facebook group this morning. Blockchain. What are they called? Hold on, no, I lost it.
Industry veterans launched blockchain came to develop.
Yeah, so basically industry veterans from Sony and Rockstar. I mean, we're talking people who make games like Grand Theft Auto. These kinds, Nintendo World Championship, I mean, all right, that's not that great of a game compared to other Nintendo games, but it proves that these are serious, established industry players, and they're planning to do a security token offering of 38 million.
38 million for rocket tokens, which reward investors proportionally to the growth of the game sales. So literally they're going to tie in their game sales to a token, and it's going to be a literal, like, more act like a stock, or like the future earnings of this company. 38 million worth will be made to investors receiving 80% of net profits until it's recouped. So until they pay you back, you get 80% of their game profits, then 40% thereafter. And we'll earn 5% of each sequel game net profits through 2025.
What an odd model.
Yeah, it's interesting though. And then the tokens it'd be interesting to see what their token offering is like, if there's even a point in it. Like, because these guys, you probably can't just allow your dividend token to like freely roam the internet on like Binance, you know?
That's correct.
You can't. So like, what's the point? You know what I mean? Like, it's just, unless you're gonna unless the token's gonna be able to like be freely traded. But I'm assuming because
it'll probably be less expensive than a traditional stock exchange, where one could buy and sell shares and stuff will charge you.
Yeah, and then it's just kind of going on the hype, but it's just interesting that they're doing a token sale and then giving out profits. So you can't have the token. Probably will have like restrictions in the contract, and some Ethereum contracts will probably have restrictions on like transfers, like approved transfer function only. So you can't even send the token somewhere else. Oh, yeah. Marketing guru for Pepsi, Nintendo, and Michael Jackson.
What?
Yeah,
Michael
dude.
Jackson's marketing guru is here in this project?
Yeah, man. Steve Grossman. It's probably Grossman. Probably Grossman, but Grossman.
The guy who developed Halo. The father of PlayStation. Jesus, these are some huge names in the video game world.
Yeah, so we'll see. Oh, blockchain master architect and founder of Galaxy Digital. Oh, that guy might even be. Galaxy Digital is Vancouver, I think. It's not a game company. It's
wow.
Yeah, it's other stuff, investment stuff, but still.
What this means, they can probably get their games on every major console, and that is their plan.
That's what people don't realize. Like you can build the awesomest thing, but like you got to have built up the connections over time to like get your thing into the hands of people, and like to get people to even listen to you, right? And these guys clearly have like ins at like through the entire industry, like the traditional entire industry.
Yeah, It is pretty impressive. I wonder when this will start happening and when we'll start. Oh, it says, there for Q1 2019. It says their STO offering is going to be, but that still means a long time more till we start seeing these games in GameStop or EB Games.
Oh yeah, that's when they just want to raise 38 million.
Yeah,
that's a lot of tokens. Like 38 million in a bear market.
Yeah, but I mean, I think what's going to happen is that they're going to get traditional investors using security tokens, and they're going to pull investors from. I mean, if this guy was doing marketing for Michael Jackson and Pepsi, I mean, he probably knows how to push this brand. Like,
yeah, Michael Jackson's marketing guru. That just like of all the names to drop, it's like damn.
Yeah, geez. And
R.I.P.
Nintendo.
bro. R.I.P. bro.
Yeah, seriously. But I mean, yeah, so he probably, my point was that he probably has an existing circle of investors that he's tapping.
Yeah, and it's also just thinking that with the security token offering, you could get in, like, you could have it probably much lower buy-ins for a bigger wide range of people than I guess like some countries, just like accredited investors only. So,
And I guess the question is, what kinds of blockchain games are they going to make? By which I don't mean what blockchain are they going to use, I guess. Well, I guess that too. But I mean, like, are they going to try limited true ownership, or are they going to only go as far as just putting crypto in a game and that's it? Or are they going to go heavy on the decentralization? It's interesting to me where on the spectrum they'll land.
yeah, we'll see. Like, and I'm thinking they're probably going to try everything and see what works. But it seems like they want to really. They said they all consoles and mobile and PC. Like they want to hit. They want to be like a full-on game studio that does everything. So
My guess is that I think they're going to focus on true ownership. My guess.
it seems to be the way to go, and maybe even some crossover ownership would be nice. I mean, it's every one of their games shared items.
Yeah, well, that's an inherent part of true ownership, I feel. I mean,
Taking it to other games. Yeah, a lot of them. A lot of games are experimenting with that, but like unless it's under the same studio name, so it's hard to pull off. Like good example, Etherbots and CryptoKitties just had like a bit of a crossover, like where you can claim an item in CryptoKitties or the other way around. Like if you have a cat, you can claim an item.
but there's been crossover between Sarutobi and Spells of Genesis and Age of Rust.
Yeah, but again, it's just like, is that all? Like, how much crossover there? It's not like all their stuff. It's like a special thing, right? They're like, we teamed up with this guy to like let you use the same sword in both our games. It's always like a one-off. So it'd be nice to see if they go more than that, like
where like every item can be used,
or like because they're all the same game studio, they can kind of go in advance and maybe think about that going into it, where like similar items would have like a huge pool of new games. Or something that I'm a proponent of is like I told CryptoKitties Mac, the fat cat or whatever. I told him this. I was like, just like make a new game and have it so every cat becomes an item, is claimable for an item, and then you have like a huge user base of like and distributed items, and these users pay the gas. All you need is a cat, and you support CryptoKitties. Have it as like a backbone. It doesn't even have to be a cat game. Just like deriving items from other items is like a huge one that I don't think's used enough. Like, because every cat, there's a million cats out there or whatever. Like, all those million cats would become a million items, and they like for unlimited games, and then the cat market would always be supported, right? There'd always be the cat backbone, and just any game made by Axiom, they would just, like, okay, well, here's our new game. Like, if they release a card game, every cat gets you a pack. If they release this game, every cat gets you a sword or a shield or a piece of armor.
I just have questions about the scalability. If we, like, it was very easy to cross over a single item or a set of items between Spells of Genesis, Sarutobi, and Rustbits or whatever. But if you do all of them with too many games, there would just be such proliferation of items. I mean, I guess in the virtual world, I guess they don't actually take up space and flood your closet. So I don't know how it's not.
Well, each game would still have a limited item pool, I would think. And that's why I say derive, too. So, like, when a new game comes out, you don't get to bring your items over, but each of your items, like from the same game studio, like this is something the Etherbots people said they were going to do with Gods Unchained. They still haven't. It's been like 8 months, but like it's coming. It is. We believe them. They basically, if you own a robot part, you can claim a card or 2 cards or something simple like that. So it's like it gives your existing user base a reason to try your new game for free. It gives people a reason to go back and support the market of the old game. It's just one of the things I think's been underused. But then again, like not a lot of people have done a lot of sequels yet. We're not quite there.
Well, I'm looking forward to this, man. I don't even have any consoles anymore, though. Darn.
I have a Wii U.
I think that's too old for what?
Yeah, I'll get a Switch. Like, I have kids, so like a Switch is in the cards.
For your kids, right.
They wanted this giant dollhouse for Christmas, and I kept telling them, I was like, you sure you don't want a Switch? I asked them like 4 different times, and like they stayed firm on the dollhouse, but like it was like a $300 dollhouse, so I didn't get it. But if they had said Switch, I feel like I would have. So yeah, maybe you're onto something there. It's for the kids.
Yeah.
I'm just worried when they play Mario, they'll fight over which one gets to be the hat.
What?
If you've tried the new Mario game, it's 2-player and like you fly around in a hat, and one of you can like detach from Mario and just go be the hat and like just cruise, like you're invincible. You can take over bad guys and like be a Goomba, be a fish, be a piranha plant. It's like part of
I think Nintendo might, at least internally for their first-party games, be resistant to blockchain gaming.
Oh, there's no way it's touching a Nintendo game for like 30 years. Nintendo's always like
conservative.
So conservative. You can't even post videos of Nintendo on YouTube without like showing them first.
Yeah.
Like they're like so strict about it. Like even a Mario video, like you have to sign up with the Nintendo Creators Program.
And also, I saw in an interview that Shigeru Miyamoto hates the pay-to-play model. Like, he's been quoted as being, like, he was real angry about it. So he hates all these new mobile games where it's like you get so many action points per day and you can buy money to get more action points and play more. He's extremely critical of those concepts, and I think he might associate blockchain games with that sometimes.
Yeah, that would make sense. I just still think Nintendo is just known for being so conservative across the board, like with everything. Like there's no way they touch this, and if they do, it'll be like in their own way, and it won't be linked to like a public chain at all. Apparently, like the Asian side of the world doesn't really do open source stuff. Like they don't even get it. Like it's not part of the their tech culture. So like that's one of the reasons. Like none of the Ethereum games that come out or Tron games that come out under Chinese developers like generally have they generally don't have the code showing, which is like a problem because you got to make sure they can't just hit the rob you button, right? Like you can put a steal everyone's money button in the game, and even if they don't put that button in, like you still have the it's very rarely ever there's their code release so far from what I've seen, and that's just from random browsing. But from what I've heard, the reason is just like culturally, open source is like this weird concept. But they're like, what do you mean? Like, why don't I just give it away to everybody? That doesn't make any sense. I built it, right? Which is good logic, right? But at the same time, like, it's for a different purpose.
Yeah, but open source is generally the model. I mean, tokens allow you to monetize open source models. That's what I like about ICOs. You can build something without the need to gain ongoing revenue from that thing. Like if I build a DAO, if I am the pre-sale backer and I have lots of the tokens and it's a utility token, I don't really want my DAO to be expensive to use or to extract ongoing revenue from it, because then people will use it less, and as a utility token it will have less utility and be less valuable. You know, if it's kind of like sacrificing ongoing revenue for a lump sum payment in that sense. You are betting that your tokens will go up, and it's just a new way of trying to fund a thing, but it can be applied to open source products, which is cool. Yeah.
Okay, I think we're veering and going about an hour now, so...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Do you want to... I guess it's time to say goodbye, so... Yeah, thank you everyone for joining us. You waited to the end here. Make sure you check out our forum, blockchaingaming.com. Stay up to date and participate. We need more posters in the forum. The view to post ratio is very skewed right now, so you can fix that.
Well, it was fun, man. So much news today. I guess we'll catch them next month.
Yeah, we'll see you guys all next month, and in 2 weeks, around 2 weeks from now, stay, watch out on our Twitter for when our next live guest will be.
All right, man. Later, everyone.
Have a good one. Thanks, everybody.